3 targets the Pacers could trade for with Haliburton favor. The Indiana Pacers face an unusual test this season. Tyrese Haliburton's untimely Achilles tear ruined Indiana's title dreams just short of glory. It also left them without their floor general for a whole year. But the league gives teams a fallback plan. That fallback is the disabled player exception, a small lifeline for teams in crisis. The DPE is simple. It lets the Pacers add one player on a 1-year deal or trade for an expiring contract. Tyrese's big contract gives the Pacers power to use the exception on any trade target making $14.1 million or less. If they don't use it by March 10, it vanishes forever. This is pure use it or lose it. The Pacers know they can't waste it. 3 targets the Pacers could trade for with Haliburton exception. Standing pat but not passive. Indiana let Miles Turner walk to the Bucks. They replaced him with Jay Huff but stayed mostly quiet. This silence is by design. GM Chad Buchanan told Setting the Pace exactly why they're patient. We're always going to be. If there's an opportunity out there to help our team, we're not going to turn our nose to that. And we have some tools to do that. We're still below the luxury tax. We have exceptions that we can use as well. Buchanan doubled down on how the Pacers plan to use the exception on a trade target. We're going to be scouring the market for a player that makes sense, for a player that can help us. You know, people say this is a gap year for the Pacers. We don't view it that way. The message is clear. If the exception presents an opportunity to strengthen the team, the front office will strike. Pacers notes Huff, Wiseman, Oladipo, Johnson, Haliburton. After losing longtime starting center Miles Turner to the division rival Bucks, the Pacers will take a by-committee approach to the position in 2025-26, General Manager Chad Buchanan confirmed during an appearance on the Setting the Pace podcast. The team re-signed Isaiah Jackson and James Wiseman earlier this month and made a trade with Memphis to acquire Jay Huff. Veteran journeyman Tony Bradley is also in the mix, though his contract is fully non-guaranteed. So if Jackson and Wiseman are fully recovered from Achilles tears, there may not be room for him on the regular season roster. Discussing the team's deal for Huff, Buchanan pointed out that the big man had a huge game against the Pacers G League team in the playoffs a couple years ago, and added that Indiana's analytics department had its eye on the 27-year-old for a while. Watching him in Memphis this year when he got his opportunity, he really shined, Buchanan said, hat tip to Dustin Dopirak of the Indianapolis Star. He had moments of running the floor, finishing lobs, shooting threes, protecting the rim. He's not a perfect player by any means, he's got areas that he needs to be better at and improve at. But we felt like what we were losing in Miles and what Jay provided at the age he was at, his basketball IQ, his feel of the game, were really good fits for the way we play. Buchanan also spoke highly of Jackson and Wiseman, suggesting that Jackson's skill set will give the Pacers lineup a different look and stating that the team remains just as bullish on Wiseman as it was when it first signed him a year ago. He's in a great spot physically, Buchanan said of the former number 2 overall pick. He still has to go through the hurdles of playing in a 5-on-5 game and things like that, but we're very encouraged with where his recovery is going.